All right, let's go. Let's watch.
Yo, what up? Editor guy here. Arthurs went through the entire Taiwan Aion 2 broadcast live and translated what was being said. This video cuts out the Chinese parts to only leave Arthur's translation in everything except the gameplay segment. If you want to watch the original Taiwan broadcast or the uncut translation stream, both will be at the top of the description below. With that out of the way, enjoy the video.
Basically, he's saying that they have been, these last 2 months since the last broadcast, they've been like, super testing the game to make the game better. They are trying to make the best. Yo, I swear to God, I know this name. This person worked in Final Fantasy XIV before. I saw her at...
So basically, guys, yeah, they released this stream, a bunch of footage, but it wasn't translated in English. So I just waited for Arthur's to watch it because I want to be able to pause and yap.
FanFest. I saw her as a staff at FanFest, and she just joined this group. 2 parts of this live letter, I guess I call it live letter. First part is after ever since the last broadcast, they wanted to address some of the questions that the viewers has been asking and wanted to know. So this first part, maybe they're gonna address it. They got a lot of feedback from the previous podcast, so they will try to go into more details. PvP, PvE, they will explain. This podcast is gonna be very exciting. Please don't miss it. It's an exciting podcast. I mean, let's be honest. Clicking through.
I'm gonna play, dude. I'm gonna play Templar. The combat in this is much different from the first one. I am unironically really fucking excited to play this, man.
I'm very excited. This podcast
I'll level Gladiator second.
Media tour for the Taiwan players. So because Korea already announced it, now Taiwan they can start announcing it also. They are taking feedback from chat and then they will just address it live. They are improving the UI. They are making flying and even swimming better right now because the flying system is very large scale. You can even fly in almost all zones. They also play the game today. They added in
That's another huge improvement, is you can fly in all zones.
a lot of systems. The gameplay is with finesse, very good. Yeah. Why did this game take so long to finally launch this game? Please look forward to it. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. After clicking earlier, I immediately is invested already. It only took me 2 clicks, and this is what I want to watch already. Like the first impression is fucking insane. This girl on the left is such a PR person. She's a saleswoman. She keep emphasizing follow the social media. Make sure you follow the news. You have to follow the news. Get updated. First part is fact check. I think they want to do this segment because a lot of people think that it's a mobile game. So I think the feedback
Hold on,
is
wait
that
a minute. Why the fuck is that in American, but they're not talking American? I mean, I'm not complaining that I can read that, but I'm just saying that if it's already in American, why don't you just speak American, bro? I mean, look, I'm just asking questions here, okay?
There are some elephant in the room they want to address. Yeah, there's some misunderstanding about this game. So they need to take this section to explain. Okay, this one actually I was thinking about it the very first time I know this also. So you only got 8 actions. Just because there's only 8 actions, does this mean that this game is gonna be very brain dead and mainly catered towards mobile game? Now, just now when I saw the combat, spoilers, and I look at some additional like auto action, auto attack, combat, spoilers, and I look at some additional like auto action, auto attack buttons combined, I feel like the combat is pretty fast, man, even for 8 buttons. Let them cook, yeah. So in Korea, there's a lot of like concern because Korea players, they only press 8 button. They were wondering, is 8 button gonna be too easy to play? Is it really catered to mobile? Will this make the game more boring instead, you know? I love how in Korea and in Taiwan, the first question being asked by the community is if 8 button is enough. Will 8 button be boring? Although there's so
I feel like 8 buttons can be fine if it's a chain skill. Basically, chain skills create or have the potential to create a lot of different combo paths. I much prefer chain skills versus the system that Final Fantasy has, because Final Fantasy is like the king of fucking button bloat. And I really hope that next expansion, they just admit that they're stupid and that they move to 1 button combo. You're dumb, what's a chain skill? That's not a dumb question. I'll give you an example. So a chain skill is like this. You see how on my hotbar here, I have Keen Edge into Brutal Shell into Solid Barrel. You know what I mean? So you go 1 and then it chains into this, right? Okay. And then you have another and it chains into this. Okay. So this is not a chain skill. What is a chain skill is my gnashing thing. Because you have 3 buttons on one button. So you have this. So now it turns into something else. Then you have this. Turns into something else. Then you have this. Viper is already doing it, yes. So basically, you used to have to set Savage Claw and Wicked Talon on your hotbar. But it was kind of stupid because you can't even use this ability unless you use the first one, right? So they just made it all one button, which is good. The problem with these 3 is that right here, this is just stupid because there will never be a time when you have to just hit Brutal Shell. There will never be a time when you just have to hit Solid Barrel. Never. Never in the history of this game is there a time where you have to hit that out of order. Never. So what they need to do is take those 3 buttons, combine them into one button, just like they did with Gnashing Fang. So that's a chain skill. So if there's 8 chain skills or 5 or 6 chain skills, I feel like there's going to be enough.
Only 8 buttons, that doesn't 8 button is enough. Will 8 buttons
We will
be
see
boring? Although there's only 8 buttons, that doesn't mean there's only 8 actions. There's about 40 plus actions. There are DPS action, there are utility action, and there are buffs, I think. There's a lot of different actions. You need to know which action to set for which encounters, basically. So you can't just use 8 actions. You need to utilize all 40. You just need to know when to use which for which situation. PvP and PvE is completely different. So there are PvP action, PvE action. There's like AoE, there's like single target, there's like boss. So you need to set different. Rather than having irrelevant...
Oh, wow. I didn't know that, actually. I didn't know that there's actually different actions for PvE and PvP.
Action in certain situation is more important that you only got 8 buttons, but you know what button you need to set. It's not as easy as you guys think pressing 8 buttons. You need to know which 8 button you need to set and use in different situations.
This is kind of similar to the first Aion, by the way. The first Aion used chain skills like this.
That's the point number 1. So the players are asking...
My favorite combat is probably chain skills.
Because flying is the main part about Aion, does this mean that you need to get great wings to play the game, to compete? So does this mean that you need to spend a lot of money? Wings in Aion 2 this time is not going to be like stats related. It's mainly just cosmetic.
Oh, wow.
Is like...
Wow. That's really good, actually. In Aion 1, the stats being attached to the wings was fucking cringe. It was so fucking bad because some of the wings, the stats they had on them were ridiculously strong. One of them had it was crazy. It was like crit resist. It was like one of the only pieces of gear with crit resist on it. Like, really? Crit resist in a PvP game? That's very powerful.
Saying, we already said it before. We are not trying to monetize everything. The wings is just cosmetic. We said it before already. So you don't pay gas swipe for wings. Okay, good question actually. Because this is the type of things that kill MMORPG open world. They were asking, does this mean that every zone you can fly? Doesn't this make open world content kind of irrelevant? Because why would you need to navigate? Why would you need to be careful? Why did you need to clear your path? Why did you need to kill mobs? In a way, it's true. A lot of video games, flying kills the open world a little bit, you know? So like, if you can always fly, doesn't mean that if you are being, attacked by mobs, you can just fly away. So basically, there's no risk, right? So a lot of people in the Korean media tour is like saying, after they play it, because you can fly anytime you want, they had to make restrictions so that the moment you're being attacked, you cannot fly. The moment you're in combat, you cannot fly. I mean, makes sense, common sense, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's basic minimum feature, right? Okay. So your Asmodean and your Ilios is in different server. So because they are in different server, how are you gonna do PvP and realm versus realm? The reason
that's very different, I think.
The reason why they separate the server is because they want to make each faction balanced. So it wouldn't be, if one faction got too many people, then the server will be heavy loaded and everybody cannot play the game. So they want to make Asmodean and Ilios server so that they can balance the population. But this doesn't mean that you cannot PvP with other faction because they are in different server. There will still be rifting. There will be event that will be triggered. You do the event and then you will be transferred over to that server. So basically...
Wow, that's really fucking smart. Damn. Let me ask you guys a question. What is the one thing that kills PvP games besides pay to win? I think the answer to that question is unbalance. It's one-sided. It's when one side has too many players and the other side just gives up. Okay, and this is like in every PvP game that I've ever played. Whenever one side starts to win, it's a snowball. It's a snowball because you will have people on the opposite side, the losing side. Nobody likes to lose. They will either, one, quit playing the game, or they'll make a character on the opposing side because they want to win. Right when that happens, the game is dead. So in Aion 1, you had the Asmodeans and the Ilios, and they were all on one server. But now you had the Asmodeans on their own server, the Ilios on their own server. And then when you queue up for, or like Rift, you will go to an Ilios server or vice versa. But the thing is, you're not guaranteed to go to the same Ilios server. Let's say that your server is very popular, but there's like a less popular Ilios server. I would imagine that if you're on a high pop server, it will redirect you to another high pop server. There will never be a time, or well, theoretically, there will never be a time where you have an insanely populated Asmodean server just completely dumpstering the Ilios that's low populated, because that high pop server will queue you up with another high pop server. If I'm understanding this properly, I think this is very good.
That were being treated with other factions because they are in different server. There will still be rifting. There will be event that will be triggered. You do the event, and then you will be transferred over to that server. So basically, nothing changed, right? Yeah, like I said, so basically nothing changed. How you PvP and how you realm versus realm is the same as Aion 1. It's just that now they are being separated into servers.
Yeah,
just
that's
for
really
better
good.
look. So let's just say a fraction of these people do the event and get transferred to the, Ilios transfer the Asmodean server to PvP, then the PvP happens there. So then your Ilios server is still chill, Yeah, probably do that, yeah. There's no auto combat, okay? Aion 2 will not have auto combat because people think that it's a mobile game. That means there will be auto battle. So now the question is asked, if there is no auto combat, then why do you want to make mobile compatibility? This one is the biggest question in everybody's mind. Is this a mobile game? Is this a PC game? The main philosophy of this game doesn't match with auto combat. So whether it's PC or mobile, no auto combat was planned. The reason they make the mobile version is not because they want you to 24/7 auto grind. The only reason there is a mobile compatibility is just so that you don't have to sit in front of your PC to play this game while doing the more casual stuff. You can go on your mobile device and do the more relaxing stuff. Dude, real talk.
That's actually really awesome, though. How many people that play Final Fantasy would like the idea, like craft, decorate their house, hang out with friends online? Wouldn't that be cool to do on your phone? Like you could just load your character up on your phone. You guys don't think so? I kind of think so. It wouldn't be turning it into a second life. It would just give you the option to do super casual stuff. Like let's say you couldn't even queue into a dungeon on your phone. Let's say you're laying in bed, right? And you can't sleep. You've made a pact with God that you're not going to masturbate. And he's watching, so if you do it, he'll see. So you can't sleep, right? Because you haven't come yet, right? So you're sitting there, you're tossing and turning. Wouldn't it be cool if you could just like pop on your phone and you could like just craft or check the market board or something like that? Because I think having that option would be kind of cool. Oh, actually, no, I guess they do kind of already have that. No, they already have that, right? Because you can do it on Steam Deck. I kind of forgot about that.
Almost every game should do something like that. Like how Final Fantasy XIV you can play on Steam Deck when you are playing on PlayStation 4.
Oh my God, he just fucking mentioned it. Okay.
Sync it with your Vita and play it on your toilet bowl and gathering. You know what I mean? A lot of games have done that. I feel like most games should start considering that, so that your game is mainly played on PC, but you can still play it.
Yeah,
on
I think
device.
I think it's a good idea. I feel like there's actually a good thing about being able to play a game on a phone. Now, will companies use that as a good thing? No, they're gonna fucking exploit people. But I feel like this is direction that games are gonna go. Yeah, for crafting and gathering. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying you raid on your phone. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that you're doing stuff that literally takes like, 2 fucking fingers to do. You know what I mean?
Like that's why a lot of people is asking, right? When is Final Fantasy XIV is going to be able to play on Switch so that you can, play on the go. Now, not everybody owns a Switch. Not everybody owns a PlayStation Vita. Not everybody owns a Steam Deck. But everybody owns a mobile phone. So I feel like...
phones are pretty powerful.
Most games should consider moving into the direction also, where you can play mainly the game on PC, but then when you want to do relaxing stuff or you are out there and you just want to, check your plans, check the market board, check your
That's probably true, Turk. It's so easy to spend money on the phone.
retainer, you can do it on your mobile phone. I do think that cross-compatibility to mobile device just for quality of life should be considered like part of the main QOL in video games moving forward, Yeah, it's just mainly for conveniency. They don't want to restrict you to one place to play the game. They don't want you to think that you can just play the game on mobile at the same time. So the mobile version is only like a supplement to the game so that you can just do less try-hard quality of life stuff on the mobile device rather than making you think that this is
this a Diablo mobile argument? No, I don't think so. No.
Mobile game and can or should be played on mobile. Obviously, even though they say this multiple times, she can see that there's still a lot of suspicious or uncertainty that is this really the case? Is this really the case? Are you sure? Are you sure? So there's still a lot of doubts. Yeah. Then you got people that are saying that okay, so there's no auto combat, but you want to let it be playable on mobile. Then how do I play it with my mobile device? Okay, so even though this game can be run on mobile, you might think that maybe there should be some autoplay feature functionality. Just mobile players don't need to press this much button. Like for example, maybe you can auto kill skills. Maybe you can auto attack. So on PC you have to press 111. But maybe on mobile you press one time and then you will just do 111. But no, she says no. She says even though there are things that mobile can have a better quality of life playing the game on mobile, but if you want to press your rotation, every single thing needs to be manual input. There's nothing auto.
Let me tell you, trying to play this game on a fucking phone, I mean, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but holy shit, man. Brother, look at this. Look at this. Try and play this on your fucking phone, man. Try to play this on your phone. You know how hard this would be to play on your fucking phone? Look, this motherfucker ain't even playing on a phone. These overlapping AoEs, getting hit by shit. Look at this shit. This would be horrible to play on a phone, man. There'd be no way. Look how many actions this person's pressing. This looks better than 14. I am unironically insanely hype and excited for this game, man.
Automated on mobile at all. Everything is still manual. This is a PC game. The mobile compatibility is only for quality of life. It's only for conveniency. It's not how you should and can play the game mainly. Dude, honestly, 5 very important questions. Yeah, no bullshit, straight to the point. Okay, now they're gonna go into the part that what are the main thing about this game compared to the previous one.
Just looks like another Korean MMO. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
What are the new things? What are the biggest thing about the appeal of Aion 2 versus Aion 1? They are making this game for basically everybody. Some people like to do the story. Some people like to do
next year for global.
This sounds like Final Fantasy 14. They want to make sure that this game can appeal to every type of players. Basically, now they're gonna implement the game content. They're gonna talk about everything about Aion 2. Yeah, they're gonna start from PvE, solo PvE. Okay. Instances, there's also obviously party instances for those casual solo players. Yeah, you got mini games, a solo instance. Okay, cut the crap. Let's just introduce content immediately. That's literally what she said. Okay, so there is
wow, really?
Cut the crap. Let's just introduce content immediately. That's literally what she said. Okay, so there is nightmare dungeons, challenging content. So there's 10 tiers of this content.
Dude, I was always so jealous of Arthur's being able to speak so many languages, man. I wish I could do that. It's just so fucking cool, man.
Or for end gamers, this is I mean, I'm just doing direct translation, man. They have Nightmare Dungeon that's 10 tiers. In order to do the next tier, you need to do the previous tiers. So this...
Okay, so is it kind of like Mythic Plus? Each dungeon has, different levels?
Content is mainly for you have some self-satisfaction when you progress, and then at the same time provides a competition, makes you feel that you're competing with one another to progress the levels. Yeah, the 10 levels. Now difficulty, obviously we don't know. We haven't played the game yet. Nobody plays the game yet. Nobody knows is this considered a savage? Is it considered actually? Nobody knows. Okay. It's just content introduction. So they have Nightmare Dungeon in 10 tiers. TLDR. This one is sealed content so far based on.
I mean, the concept is interesting.
her introductions feels like fades. So along the maps, there will be content that is on the maps. There's about 60, 70 plus of them. Okay, so like there's like obviously high level, low level, and also there is also a possibility that you have to go to the other faction / server to do the content. So you might be doing PvE, but at the same time, there's a chance that because you have to do it on the other server, the other faction, this means that you might also be facing PvP threats. So please take care.
They had this in Aion 1.
Care of yourself. Now, this doesn't sound like Fate anymore. This sounds like open world events, but these events can also happen on the other faction, which then means that there might also be PvP. Again, we have no reference point. So if I were to use Aion 1 for an example, this might be like a Ragnarok.
Oh, wait. I asked you guys if you played Aion. And the reason why is because one of my favorite quests in any video game that I've ever done was Batone's quest. The quest was so fucking cool. There was a world boss on the Elios side, and he was like a vampire. You had to rift over. It was in a PvP zone, so you had to do a quest on the other side. But the thing is you had to like keep going back and forth, so you had to do it really strategically. The quest was about a romance between this vampire god or whatever, this like super powerful vampire, and this other person like on the Asmodean side, right? You had to deliver a letter. I'm pretty sure it was Batone's letter or whatever. You had to deliver a letter to the vampire. And it was just, I always thought it was so fucking cool, man. I always thought it was so cool. But the quest itself was really, when I first did it, man, it was so hard because you had to kill these mobs. It was right next to a town, like right next to a town. Now later they ended up changing the quest, and it wasn't near as cool. But the original version of Batone's quest was one of the best quests I've ever done in any game. It was so good.
Raw, Minocio's type of stuff, I guess. Maybe not all of them are that large scale, obviously, but you know, maybe there's some reward, maybe something you can get, but then you know, there are competing faction people that might actually come over. Like for example, if there is a fate in Asmo side, and this fate, let's just say, give 10 mana stones or 10 enchantment stones. Enchantment stones and mana stones are pretty valuable, right? Some tryhards from the other faction might actually come over to do it also, because you know, to them maybe it's like, yo, we can get some enchantment stone, we can get some mana stones, at the same time we get some PvP. Most likely we're gonna get fucked. That's why the producer says sometimes you need to understand that when you go to the other server and do the sealed content, there's a chance that you may be overpowered, so proceed with cautions. So maybe like, you know, some tryhard will be like, oh shit, yo, let's go over and PvP while we can maybe get some enchantment stones. So you know what I mean? Like, so basically like an open world fate, but can be PvP. Kind of interesting, yeah? Right now, a lot of people are wondering what the fuck does it exactly mean? So they say, don't worry, later we will show footage to introduce every single one of these content. Okay. Awakened Battles. I'm doing direct translation, okay? Awakened Battles. So basically it's 4 tiers, and think about it like time trials mainly. Not 4 tiers, I'm sorry. It's like a 4-step process. You have to do like navigate, do 3 rooms of mobs, and then after that you fight a boss. Okay, the reward is based on every step. So every step there's an objective that you need to do. Every time you finish a step and finish an objective, you get reward. But if you don't, then no reward for you. You have to
So it's like a time trial, kind of.
Finish to get reward. But I think what he also means is that reward is probably being given per step, so you don't have to clear the whole thing. Okay. Those are all solo content, okay? What is introduced here are solo content. So these are like your...
All this is solo content. What the okay.
Your solo 10 tier of... You can solo fates, but obviously you can also team up with people, and obviously there's PvP, and then obviously you got a solo instances. Some of them are from story also, where you know you can also get rewards from them, and then after that you got your time trials. So these are your solo content. These are group.
You know, that'd be kind of cool in Final Fantasy. A solo thing you do maybe once a week or something.
PvE content. These are 1 to 4 man dungeons, and you can choose difficulty. You can choose exploration difficulty, or you can choose like conquer difficulty. Classic example of this is your fire temple. So basically normal dungeons. Man, why are these 2 girls so toxic, man? They are laughing at him. His Chinese is really bad, yes, but he's trying his best. And then she's glazing now. She's like, well, before you proceed.
It feels bad, dude. He's new. He's trying his best. Okay, so you have 4-man dungeons with a difficulty slider. Okay, that's really good.
let me comment that you're trying your best. Some of the channels is like, guys, he's trying his best. He's struggling. Why are you making him speak Chinese? Oh, he's Korean. That's why his Chinese is struggling. He is Korean. Bruh, a Korean able to speak Chinese? That's crazy. So why
Wait,
is
why is that crazy? Oh, it's so different.
Forced to speak Chinese? Because if he don't speak Chinese, you guys wouldn't understand. So he's trying his best to speak Chinese here and he's struggling with it, but he wants to get the point across. I don't know whether you can do it solo, but even if you queue in solo and if you are doing solo, people can still join you. Like basically like Duty Finder, like, you know, people can just join you. Yeah, they want to just make it so that anybody can do it together or not together. Yeah, I don't know whether you can restrict it to solo or 2-man. I don't know.
Yeah.
So he's saying that, you know, sometimes when you're playing with Parks and sometimes they move weirdly and they play like shit, you can kick them so that other people can join you instead.
对啊，所以不仅
I was going to tell you this right now. There's no way that he actually said that. He said it in a much nicer way. No shot that he word for word said what Arthur's just said. No way he did. Really? Maybe I'm used to 14 live letters where they like explain where they spend 2 hours talking about a lalafil chin, or they spend 2 hours talking about how to queue into Deep Dungeon. Okay.
这个可以防止就是有一
There is an awkward silence. You can't do that in Final Fantasy XIV, man. Yo, this producer is stepping across the line. So basically, he's like saying that, you know, if you are doing this form
I literally just said that.
dungeon, and if somebody suck, you can just kick them. But don't worry, it'll be easier to fill in. So, you know, they want to do this system because they don't want one person to hold the party hostage.
Holy fucking beast, brother. Holy shit. See, these motherfuckers are too busy focusing on the Chinese guy trying to talk Korean, and they need to focus on like the message, okay? They need to focus on the fucking message because this motherfucker is based, okay? Holy dude, oh my fucking God. Can you imagine if Yoshi P fucking said that? Brother. Can you imagine? If Yoshi P was just, dude, can you imagine if Yoshi P was just like, hey, yeah, so the upcoming dungeon, the second boss is going to be very difficult, and but don't worry, if someone dies, you just kick them and you get someone else. Holy fuck. If he fucking said that, brother, that would literally make my fucking year.
They don't want to make you feel that you are being grieved by one person. So you can kick people and then you can replace them. They want to make this so that everybody can enjoy how to play PvE together properly.
Yeah. Okay.
What can I say? Final Fantasy XIV is, if the person suck, please hold his hand. Please carry him.
Yep.
Even though he cannot do his rotation, even though he play like shit, don't say anything bad about him.
Yep.
Just carry him, get it done with and move on, you know? But then in here, it's like, if this person is griefing you, you can kick them, remove them, and then you can easily replace people to proceed and enjoy the content properly.
God,
okay, so this second mode is like a challenge mode, like a leaderboard kind of thing. So you can do your normal dungeon, and then you can also earn points. Points comes from...
But he's new. Well, he's also kicked.
Number of mobs you kill, how fast you clear the dungeon, how many rewards that you get, or I mean, I guess, you know, conditions that you meet. The final score will be based on all these factors. Yeah. So it's like a leaderboard dungeon. There are rewards that come with the rankings. It's not like a direct competition or something. So it's more like if you meet S rank, you get S rank reward. If you meet A rank, you get A rank reward. Now,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this makes more sense now. This makes more sense because this was a system they had in the first Aion. So this makes sense. So they're basically just reusing that system.
Obviously, that you can be bragging, right? Oh, I clear faster than you. You know, I clean,
Yeah,
15 minutes. You clean 14. But It's both S tier, both people get S tier rewards. Yeah, so it's like a ranking dungeon with ranking reward. Yeah.
Say it, T. Sir, DPS. Me and the boys noticed you died on that last boss. You know what to do. You can fuck off. We're getting somebody new. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so even though there's like a leaderboard, but you don't really need to beat one another or be first, second, or third place to earn reward. As long as you meet the tier, you get a reward. But obviously, it's a leaderboard. There can still be bragging, right, and sense of achievement. Yeah. Chatters, like I say,
You guys are so stupid. You're so dumb. You asked me to do that just because it's really cringe, and you know I'll do it.
You just skimmed through the PowerPoint slide and didn't show us anything. And then she's like, yeah, just going through all the points. So if you stay tuned, we will talk about the content later. I can't wait, man. These are ranking mode. Also, obviously, you can kick people. And obviously, there's refill easy. But I think what she's about to say is, obviously, you are doing a rank mode. So most likely, you are doing with 4 men. So you don't need to worry too much. But they still have the system in place just so that, you know. Okay, basically, they don't want your they don't want your Mythic Plus key to be bricked while you are halfway in. They want you to be able to, you know, let's just say you're going with a 4-man or you're PFing it and then somebody DC, you can still fill in, basically. This mode is, I mean, obviously still a 4-man dungeon. But this one has a limited amount of deaths. If you reach a certain amount of death, it's a wipe. So I guess it's like a high.
Man, okay. I like that a lot. That should be how Criterion is. You have X amount of deaths throughout the dungeon.
Higher level challenge. 8-man content. That's 8-man content. They didn't really talk much about the 8-man content. Yeah. It's just that there is 8-man content. Okay, here comes the PvP. Okay, so there's 1v1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
1 and 4v4 arena. No
1v
flying in the arena.
1v1 and 4v4.
Battlefield 8v8. Obviously, there's a main objective. I guess like Dragon. Yeah. So Dragons are 8v8, I guess. The 4v4 is just straight up 4v4. No bullshit. No objective. Just straight up 4 versus 4.
I mean, yeah, that's fucking cool.
To the death. And then this one is like your Dragon, I guess. Yeah. With
Dragon is really fun.
With some PvE or objective. It's kind of like Guild Wars 2, I guess. Okay. This one is the most important PvP content. Siege. Okay, so there's sieging. Woo! So compared to like in Aion 1, where you just conquer, you can literally keep it forever. And obviously, if you conquer on the opposite faction, means that you permanently hold it. That means you can always just go there. But in Aion 2, they're gonna do some systematic changes. Yes, you can siege, but after a certain amount of time, I think it will reset. I mean, I think it's fair. If your one faction is always like powering through and conquer one, then you can never take it back, then over time, you are just always behind. For the game balance,
they seem to be learning a lot from Aion 1. Dude, I don't know, guys. Like, I really think that NCSoft is trying with this game. They're changing a lot of what made the first one bad. And they're trying very hard to fix those issues. They have to, or they'll go bankrupt. I mean, maybe. But I do feel like they're making a genuine effort. Guys, I'm not saying they're going to get this right, okay? I'm not saying they're going to get this right. If you want my honest opinion, I think that Aion 2 is probably going to last a year at most. A year at most, because it's going to be a typical Korean game. And until I see otherwise. Now, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that Aion 2 doesn't have the potential. I think so far that Aion 2 definitely has the potential to be very good and last for a very long time. The potential. But something having the potential is obviously much different than actually following through. It's almost like a drug addict or something. Like they keep going back to pay to win. You know what I mean? Like, gotta do pay to win, man. Do pay to win. You know, it's like they keep going back to pay to win. Like every Korean MMO just goes to pay to win. And then this one is like trying really hard. You know, it's in rehab and shit. It's going, you know what I'm saying, man? It's trying really hard. And I think it has the potential to break the cycle, to break the habit, because they're making genuine changes from the first one to make the game better. I'm not saying it's not going to be pay to win, guys, but we haven't really got to it yet.
Especially for a PvP game, realm versus realm game, you need the balance so that one faction don't feel that if they lose, it snowball. So like, let's just say, for example, if they capture...
Man, this is exactly what I said earlier. I was talking about the snowball. And the fortress that he's talking about, if you constantly own that fortress and you never have to give it up, then that is what, especially if they lock content behind the fortress, that is when it creates a problem.
Fortress. And let's just say the fortress has got PvE content, and the PvE
Yeah.
content gives you extra reward. This means that now maybe once you conquer a fortress, there is like a time limit that this fortress will be open to you because you conquered it. But within this time limit, you have to go and do it. And if you don't do it, the fortress will change back. After it change back, it means that the original faction that owns it can then go back to do it again. So in a way, it's like nobody's gonna miss reward. Basically, TLDR. So whether you are an Asmodean and you are losing, or you are an Ilios and you are losing, it doesn't matter, because you are not gonna miss out on this instance just because you never get it back. So both factions will get to enjoy the content. The only thing is, obviously, I mean, the thrill, right? The thrill of realm versus realm. This is also and ground PvP. It's gonna be more fun than Aion 1 sieging. And obviously Abyss points. Gain Abyss point, you can gain ranking, you can change into deity, and obviously exchange PvP gear. And
Oh man, change into a deity. Oh my god. Dude, I want to be Xenosys, the Asmodean god deity. That's me. I want to grow into a big demon man. I want to slap my nutsack all over the Ilios scum. What do we call them? Pigeons? Yeah, all the pigeons. The Asmodeans and Ilios is racist as fuck, dude. The Asmodeans, we call the Ilios pigeons. And the Ilios call the Asmodeans furbacks.
Die, you will lose Abyss points. Ooh. Okay, so Abyss point is still going to be the most important currency. Seemingly, PvPing is still going to be the main content of this game. Even though they are extending a lot to PvE, but PvP, they're going to do a lot more. People in the chat are asking, can we see some gameplay? And then she's like, guys, chill the fuck down. We are explaining it later. We will play the game for sure. Just shut the fuck up and wait. Okay,
Holy
casual
shit.
content. So what is your most casual content in this game? Okay, so you got your daily dungeon. Okay, I mean dailies basically. What is this? Okay, so it's like your golden saucer. This has nothing to do with combat. TLDR, this is their golden saucer. Okay, that's it. So they chop, go through casual content. You got your dailies, and obviously you got your golden saucer. TLDR. Time to play the game. Standard character customization. I don't know. Lighting, clothing, voices. Chatters are like saying that we don't want to see guys' character, we want to see girls' character. Okay, they.
Dude, you know who this guy reminds me of? It reminds me of me when I was like 21. What the fuck?
They say if you want.
Oh, hell yeah. Yo, what about a bigger beard, bro? A bigger beard.
Make a guy, you might as well make him bald. Man, they're kind. Chatters are like saying that we don't want to see guys' character, we want to see girls' character. Okay, they say if you want to make a guy, you might as well make him bald. Man, their character custom.
Dude, this guy's White Tyson. That guy was White Tyson, man.
Customization is top notch, man.
Oh man, look at the
character
dude.
customization.
Dude, look at the fucking character creator, man. Holy.
Just unparalleled. It's just so good. I mean, part of the game, main game, to
Yeah.
a lot of Korean players. Yeah, just use presets so that they can.
Good God.
We can start seeing gameplay. They haven't shown Asmodeans, right? All we only saw is Ilios, right? Bruh, they can. Yeah. Yo, this producer knows what's up. I was just about to say you cannot say that on the live stream. Just now when they show this and the two girls is like, whoa, nah, don't use this. This one is not that pretty. And the guy is like, yo, you cannot say that. The producer is like, you cannot say that. Everybody's got their own preference. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. A chatter is asking, can we use a presets from other players so we don't have to do ourselves? Yo, let's be honest, man. You are playing a Korean game. You're going to be spending 1 hour here. Because you want to make the most beautiful one. Or the most ugliest one, the most memey one. If you're an American, completely different story. American will make the most fuggliest character. I don't know why. Dude, their customization is way too much. Okay, I need somebody to make me a Tifa.
Dude, look
or
at the
2B.
fucking graphics, man. That's insane.
so that I can just import. There's no way I spend time here, man. Somebody better make it. I want someone in Taiwan to do it, and then I can save the preset, and then I take the preset and I use it on global. You know that someone is gonna make the fungliest character. It's gonna be like, and then this was that, and then I take the preset and I use it on global. You know that someone is gonna make the fungliest character. It's gonna be like, and then this person is gonna run around like.
That's.
I'm gonna make my character called Majiro McQueen, and then he's gonna be a tiny little widget in purple and just run. Whoa,
Holy, bro! Wait a minute.
Whoa!
小心哦，对
No! Yo, they developed these
God, what is this? A Christian stream, brother?
10 years. Can you imagine working in this company and make this game for 10 years? How old are you now? Your game hasn't even released. But finally, after 10 years, somebody can see something, you know? If you think about it, as a developer, working on a project for 10 years,
That's
you go
insane.
to work, you come back from work, you can't talk about it, nobody knows what you are doing. You can't assure people that you are doing a good project. You can't tell people what project you're doing 10 years. For 10 years, you're working on this, in and out, daily, in and out. Obviously, you work on something else on the side, obviously, right? But like, 10 years working on this.
可以。
哦，呀，
哎，刚刚
Jesus Christ! Good God!
有玩家
Oh, yeah! Whoa! Oh, the physics, yeah!
Oh
One thing
my.
about character customization that I think a lot of games, not all, a lot of games fail to show is, bro, just give us centimeters. I don't want a scale of 1 to 100. I don't know. In the character customization screen, we can't tell. No, don't go to the game first. Booba size. Booba size is the most important.
哪样？
Yes! Bro,
Okay.
max it out, man. What are you doing?
OK 了吧？
Ooh.
你的
Oh God, you can make saggy titties, bro. You can make saggy titties.
这展现的角色，然后进游戏
好，
之后呢
进游戏，了。
Dude, are you fucking for real? Even the loading screen jiggled the boobs,
你
bro.
的这展现的角色，然进游戏之
好，
后
进游
呢，
戏了。
Fuck, man, the game looks so good, man.
The game looks
现在
really
这个是
good.
照明的
Looks really
关
good.
系。
白天所以比较
对，
亮
很
一点。
亮很亮。
Dude, the eyes look awesome, man. The eyes look so fucking cool.
The game looks so fucking good.
Yeah.
白天，我这边是靠近海的部分，
嗯，
我们
你这边感觉
展示一下
阳光很强
细节给大家看。
漂亮吗？
对，
然后现在这个是远地看的，然后我旁边的这个是我的宠物，
对，
我是
旁边右下角那只。
打了它拿到的，不是抽卡的，这是免费的。
I think this is a
Free
direct
pad, free
sequel
pad.
from Ion 1.
No need to PPK
现
swipe.
在游戏内就按键。
Oh shit, what did he say?
没有
Free pad, free pad. No
Okay.
need to PPK swipe.
Okay, free pet.
就按这个。
可能是对，因为
然后
玩家
如果是
都没有听
The
到。
pad is free.
它是坐骑嘛，可是它
对
每一个都不一样。如果是狗，很像狗浪那样子的话，就
Oh, so the pad is like your mount.
狗跟狼嘛，
对啊，它
狼
是
嗯，对，每一种坐骑的坐骑
然后它是
OK
像蝴蝶那样子的嘛，所以
对
如果我坐，
So it, like this is a
对，
pad.
这个坐
This
骑
is a pet butterfly.
不是坐在它
So
身
when
上
you
是有点
use
被
it as
扶
a
拎起来
mount,
That's interesting. So that's really cool because you're like your pet, your companion or whatever can do a bunch of different things. Like they can gather for you, they can collect loot for you, shit like that. And it's like 2-in-1. One really bad thing about Korean MMOs is the consumables. I really hope they talk about consumables because Jesus fucking Christ, like in Terra, for example, you need, like, I'm not even kidding, you need like a minimum of 10 consumables to even play the game. I'm not joking. A minimum of 10 consumables to even play the game. It is absolutely abysmal. So I really hope that, now I don't mind some consumables, right? You know, you have like 3, 4, it's okay. Not too bad. But that much is too much.
mount, it will be a butterfly mount, but this is not a flying
里
mount.
面的坐骑
不同
的，
的坐骑有不同的这个骑
哦
法
it's not a
方式
flying
对
mount.
对，没错
可。以跟我们的特工队准备一下副本吗？
特工队
Free
准备一下
breakfast
副本
for a
好没
year.
问题
Thank you very
因为
much,
你等一下
Druid.
你这么着急要展示副本了，是不是？
不是我
我们
怕
要先请他们做好准备。
我们还有没有什么我们的这个 UI 的界面要介绍给
要
玩家呢
介绍了，
哎，
然后
我们是不是可以给大家看一下翅膀啊？
翅膀好，翅膀
哦，这是飞在
Okay,
游戏内
okay.
里面的感觉哦，大家。
Dude, the flying looks so smooth.
Look at those wings, dude.
But air combat is gonna be shit. We all know that.
Yeah, yeah, it's always shit.
这个就是飞在空中的时候
Hopefully, you'll be better than Aion
的
One.
感觉。
Otherwise, air combat is garbage.
翅膀超大的，
对，
Okay.
But the flying looks so much better.
这个是飞行的样子。
Yeah, the flying feels way
飞
smoother.
行的样子。
那它有没有什么一些特殊动作？
因为界面是第一次公开的嘛，
对，
因为
对
之前
UI 第一次公开。
因为这样的状态，大家都以为是什么？这个是
因为我们
不是
之前
真实的，不是
Yeah, this is actually their first time showing in-game footage. Because every time we see all this stuff
Man, this
on
game looks so
trailers,
fucking
and
good,
people are
man.
wondering there's no way the
This
game
game
looks
looks
so
so
good in
good.
game.
还是
So this is the
有
first
些
time
嘛
they show the game in
很可
game.
惜耶，可能玩家的这个
I wonder how
I'm very-
bad
I'm-
this is
I'm
gonna
very
fuck your
surprised.
PC, man.
How good-
How
how
bad
good
you
it
guys
looks
think
like.
this is gonna fuck PCs? Are we talking like?
这样会 BGM 我
Are
们
we talking like, take you out to a dinner first, pay for everything, take you back to their place, you throw on some forensic files, and you do some anal? Are we talking that fucking? Or are we talking like you're in Gen Pop in a prison and someone twice your size just grabs you by the pocket, pulls you into the bed, and pulls the sheet up? Because there's two definitely different types of fucking.
然后稍微大声一点，这样子大家还是
然后
没听到吗？
然后我要说一下，就是
Okay,
这边
he's
有
explaining the
到
hotbar. Okay, so you got 1 to 8 and Q and E. R and T is your left and right click.
里面
So left and right click is probably
如
auto
果这
attacks.
几人是什么状态，他也会随时
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I can tell you right now, these are consumables. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like, if some of these are like health pots, like these kind of look like health pots, maybe this is a mana pot, but these two things right here are like a crit scroll or something.
基本的
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Real talk. 1, 2, 3, 4 is perfect. I can tell you right now, after playing Guild Wars, I hate pressing number 5. Number 5 is that button no one wants to press. Number
Okay, if I'm going to ask Arthur's, tell me you don't use an MMO mouse without telling me you don't use an MMO mouse. What a fucking noob, bro. He's sitting there actually hitting the keys. What an idiot, bro. Look at this, dude. Just get that, brother. Just get that. Yeah, I use MMO mouse.
5 is a out of way button. You usually set number 5 as like maybe a silence button, a button that you press once every 30 seconds.
You know what's so funny about this, dude? You know what's so funny about this? You got the same mouse as me. Okay, well, let me tell you, you ain't using it right, brother. Okay, you know what? You know what's so funny about this? Is that I think this is Arthur's old showing. Because this mentality, what he's saying right now, he is completely oblivious, right? Completely oblivious to how anybody anywhere in the world plays the game or uses a mouse. Because in his mind, everyone uses the mouse the same way as him.
You don't want to press 5. 5 is not a fun button to press. You know what I mean? Like for
What is
me,
he
my 5
talking
is my
about?
true north. In World of Warcraft, my 5 is my silence. You know what I mean? Like in Guild Wars, number 5 is such an important button. I hate pressing number 5. 1 to 4 is perfect. Yeah, 5 to 6 is too far already. That's why when I play Battlefield, I hate pressing number 6. That's why when I play Battlefield, I was looking for the number 6 key to rebind, but I can't. You know?
那5、6、7、8就是刚刚有介绍到的。
Number 6 is too far already. 1 to 5 is max. But if
I feel bad that I'm covering up his camera when I full screen it. And I'm too lazy to move my camera.
ask me, 1 to 4 is perfect. Basic action. So basically, combo you want to press, like your ability, your most important ability stops at 4. Like let's just say you're mashing button, right? You're mashing your ability 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's max. If one of your key combo is
You know what, Arthur's? I would actually. Okay, you know what I do? Like like my main combo is 4, 5, 6 actually.
on number 5, it becomes very annoying. 6, unplayable. Personally. So 1 to 4 is perfect. Like 5, 6, 7, 8, I can do it on mouse. Now you can say that, well, then if it's number 5, is
Your mouse have 24 binds out of 12.
you can also
You only press 1 through 5 on keyboard. Oh my god. Why? If you used 1 through 5 on your MMO mouse, dude, you know what? Oh my god. You use a mouse the same way that Zeppeli uses a widescreen monitor, brother. You need to unlock the potential. Okay? You need to unlock the potential. If you keybound, if you need to stop using the 1 through 5 on the keyboard. No, it's not Zeppeli catching strays. It was a very funny incident that happened.
No, I don't want to. I don't want, like, when I press my combo, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my 5 need to be on the mouse, right? I want my combo buttons to just be 1, 2, 3, 4. My main DPS
Why
button.
don't you keep mine 1 through 4? You haven't even. You should definitely try it. It's amazing.
The button that I mash the most should be just 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's just 2 more action.
对，
然后我们
近一点来看看。
有一些
I don't like to press Q and E. Personally, I don't like to press Q and E because when you press Q and E, your fingers are off your A and D. Kind of.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pressing Q and E. I do have things bound to Q, but it's not a lot though. Yeah.
Don't like it because while you're moving and then you have to press Q and E, you cannot strafe left and right.
Yeah.
You will have to do some like mouse movement shenanigan, or you have to do some like some different hand movement.
It's weird.
I kind of don't like it.
行
Now, I wish I'm like a new MMO player. Then I would say that I don't mind it. But it's like playing on a PlayStation controller, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? We used to play video games with a Nintendo, with a Sega controller. You know what I mean? Nowadays, when people play on the PlayStation, this is how they play. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't
Some
know what
people
he's talking about.
Some people use controller like this. They call it the claw. The claw.
Oh, the claw. Oh, see, some games have to play like this. It's like I'm throwing up a gang sign. Like, yo, you the claw? Yeah, the claw, and then a claw grip. Yeah. That's how I have to play like Armored Core. Maybe if I would have used the claw in Souls games, I would have been better at it.
Claw stance. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Nowadays, people play on a controller like this. You know?
Can I have kissies, my lord?
I can only play controller like this. I cannot put 4 fingers on the top button. I can only do this. You know, so it's more like a habit.
刚刚你
type of
已
thing
经有那个翅膀了嘛？
看对对
So
对
like on keyboard is the
武器
same.
的
哦，
Whoa.
Bro, look at Arthur's face.
哦你好，
哇，刚刚那个画面不错，
Nice.
跳舞，
啊还可以跳舞
大家要看
还可以
呐，
跳舞。
God. Dude, it is insane to me. Dude, it is. Oh my Jesus. It is insane to me the power that titties hold over me. I don't even care if she let one rip, dude. I don't even give a shit. Yeah, me too.
好，现在这是
No, A and
这
E.
个是炫耀翅膀。
E is just you have to sacrifice. Yeah. You will have to sacrifice movement. You will have to learn your mouse
Dude, do
movement while
women
you
think
press.
that way? There's probably not any women in the chat because women don't exist online. But hypothetically, if there was, like, is it possible for a woman to be so attracted to a man that if the dude just fucking let one out, like just ripped ass, they wouldn't even give a shit? As a man, if I were to see a very attractive woman just rip ass, it would not detract me at all from wanting to suffocate in her big titties. Does that make any sense?
Q and E as like spamming action, especially if they are spamming actions. You can't spam E while you're strafing right, for example.
大家觉得怎么样呢？有什么任何的这个意见都可以
Bro, the
在
game
聊
looks
天室
beautiful,
来
man.
告诉我们哦。 如果刚好
This game
看到
looks so
我们这
fucking
边
good.
有玩家呢，你也可以注意看看
Oh,
这
I
个
see what he's
在
saying.
页面
Okay,
大幕
yeah,
的这
yeah.
个角
I
色
thought
的
he was
样子
referring to a
跟
skill,
实
but
际
no, I
进入
understand
游
it now.
戏之后的
Yeah,
样子
that's
其
why I
实
don't
是没有
like
差
finding
别的。
shit to
对，
Q and
没
E
错。
very much.
Yeah, this game
好，
looks
我们
amazing.
要不要来准备战斗呢？
They are prepping for instance. They are prepping for the dungeon, so they are
Okay.
你们
waiting.
想要看
一定要看啊，要打副本，
应该是
Man,
要
those
啦
wings are
对啊
so
而
cool,
且
man.
刚好我在旁边显示了
火之神
火之神
殿，
殿
对啊，
的任务。
Classic level 37 Fire Temple.
那我们是不是就来
Oh,
打火
that's
之神
dude.
殿？
I'm so glad they have Fire
Oh,
Temple,
他们
man.
已经在里面。
Fire
对，然
Temple's
后这边强
classic.
行进入就是
Oh, they are already
我
in
在
there
马上要
already.
展现刚刚强调很多次的强
It's a
什么
Okay, so
classic
you can
instance,
just go in.
man.
You can just brute force and go into current instance.
三个人已经在里
在里面了对
打，然后我是第四
I
个，
don't think so. I don't think we're gonna see
然后
Asmodians.
这个现在这个
Asmodians are always
部分是
like
我们刚刚
the
小
second
婷有
the
介绍
second
过
thought, you know.
说过我们的原证有
两个难易度，
对探险跟征服。
探险跟
Okay, there's two types of difficulty as they expect. Oh, wait.
征服是比较难。
Different reward? Must be different reward,
探
right?
险跟征服。
探险跟
Okay, different reward. Okay.
政府，我们今天要打的是政府。
征服是比较难的部分。
好，
I'm an Asmo at heart.
难
There's a story difficulty and
强
a
行
强
normal
行进入
difficulty.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
好，飞过去。
Okay, now this is the one thing I like and I don't like about MMOs. I don't like the fact that you can click one fucking button and go to the instance. Like, I personally do not like that. I feel like when you can do this, this means that a lot of player interactions are gone. Like,
Would you
okay,
guys
in a-
agree or disagree? I agree. I think that when you can just queue into something, it does take something away. It's convenient, but it comes at a cost. Yeah, so you prefer the convenience? Yeah, so it depends on the person, right? And honestly, I don't know which one I prefer because I do like the convenience. But at the same time, I do like having to run to the dungeon. I know that sounds weird, man.
Game like Aion, I feel like if you got 3 people in the instance and you are not in the instance, you should fly to the instance. Because as you fly to the instance, you might have PvP. You might have trouble getting there.
Yeah.
Then you need your teammate to come out to help you. Then you get some PvP action. But if you do game now all games do stuff like this, right? This is not like a specific Aion complaint or anything. But I personally just feel that in an MMO, being able to just queue into duty like that kind of defeats a little bit, just a little bit of MMO. It saves you a lot of time,
Yeah.
but it kills a little bit of like MMO aspect. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like it. I don't like it in any video games I ever played. In a gacha game, sure. In a mobile game, sure.
Yeah, PvP
But when
before
I
getting there.
play
Yeah.
When I play a
Well, that's also a good point too. But like, if every time I did a roulette, I would have to track down the dungeon. Yeah, that would be obnoxious too. Oh man, I remember this time right outside of Commander Bakarma's. I can't remember what the Drofnir cave. Right. All right. Here's the entrance, and here's like the door. You would have people come up here. All right. Now on this side over here, there was like a cliff. Okay, it was like a cliff, and on this side over here, there was also like a cliff. Okay, what we would do sometimes, we would all stack up right here. We would all stack up right here, super tight. Okay, super tight. So basically, so you'd have like one player here, one player here, one player here, one player here. But if you all stacked super tight, it would, instead of looking like this, it would look like this. And what does this look like? That looks like one player. So you would have a couple people leave the dungeon. They'd see what looks to be like one player here, and then they'd come over here, and then it would just fucking disperse into like fucking 8 people, man, and you'd fucking kill them, dude. Holy shit. It was the best. It was the fucking funniest shit. Yeah. That's what we used to do. That's what we used to do in Aion. It was so good, man. It was so good.
MMORPG, I don't like it. But
Because you
here's
had
the
to run
problem.
to the dungeon.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
because of all the QOL that many games are doing right now, cross-region, cross-realm, cross-server. So you can't really like expect them to like come out of the dungeon, go to your world and escort you there, right? That wouldn't work anymore, right? So like in a way, it's more like, I feel like quality of life transcend transcended a lot of like this fun factor in an MMO, you know?
飞过
I feel like there is a world where you can have a queue and also keep the world alive. If you put things in the world that you need to get, you need to farm, you need to, do whatever. If you put really important items, then essentially you maintain that, old school feeling where you have to go get them, right? But at the same time, for convenience, you still have the convenience. So I feel like there is a middle ground. It's just, the thing is, what do you put in the world that people have to get? Like, is it a world boss? Is it a treasure that maybe spawns? Is it like, there's a lot of things they could do, but depending on what they do, that would be the thing. You know what I mean?
去了，瞬间移动很方便，真的很方便。
Yeah, it is convenient. Like he said, it's very convenient. Yes, I agree. But the conveniency is somewhat queue stuff. That is why at the very beginning, when the Q&A section, when players are immediately asking, because you can fly even in normal area now, does this mean that...
Oh, wait. No. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here it is. Okay. My friend Sarah linked me a video. Okay, this is us. All right, this is us. Here's me. Oh my God. Oh. This is Darwin. This is Gorillion, and this is Ark.
Leon is coming out.
Okay. Wait. Sleeping when you can.
Sleeping.
Okay.
Go.
Wait.
Yeah, waiting. Quick.
Arthur's put him to sleep.
Go.
Oh, yeah, dude!
Oh my God.
Okay, we fucked him up. These are
Oh my god.
these are dead players over here.
God.
He is so mad. I was gonna say, why did it send him to the
Yo,
kills?
you need to clip that, man, Xeno. Holy shit.
Okay, that wasn't the death dot, but this was us camping the entrance, okay? Okay.
Open world aspect is gonna be diminished, right? Oh, you got a pile of mob here. You need to go beyond that. Just fly over.
And basically what happened in that clip was Arthur's was invisible. There was a guy that came out, and Arthur's immediately popped out of stealth and put him to sleep. And he put him to sleep for 12 seconds. And then we all ran up, and I used charge, and I giga-fucked him. I fucked him. And then the Spirit Master also fucked him by casting Fear, and he just got fucked.
Why do I need to navigate through? Why do I need to kill mobs through? You know what I mean? So like, even players are asking already, right? If open world can just, fly, like, then what is the point of open world?
No. Game is not
navigation,
fully
you know?
PvP.
打开了，我看你
Not
The
Yeah.
game is like
It-
60% PvP, 40% PvE. It's very close. Maybe even 50-50. It's very close. They're going to have an insane amount of dungeons in the game. So it's going to be both.
Miniature some fun, right?
这是地图，
这是我们副本的火之神殿的
地图
然后这边还有这些
At least from my
这些地
understanding.
方
At least from my
传点
understanding.
传点，他们已经刻印了，所以我要过去喽。
Okay, you can use shortcut also.
现在就是
Shortcut is really
过去
good.
这个火
Shortcut's
伴
very good in the
的地方
dungeon.
哦，他们已经在这边。
哇哦，好，
好，
对小伙伴们，
守护星、魔道星还有自律星。
好，大家可以一次看到这个4种的职业。
I cannot believe these are actual in-game footage. They look so good.
好，那你们
我前面看到罗坦，这个什么
哦，这个罗坦，
罗坦，
应该是原作中已经奇怪了。
好，大家
This
仔细
game
看一
looks
下
so
我
good,
们
man.
的真实游戏画面。
He's only using auto attacks. I need him to use the skill more.
技能的展现啊，等等这些，大家都可以仔细的看一下。
Jesus, that's just an auto attack? Okay. Dude, I thought it was a
实际玩给
fucking...
大家看哦。
I thought it was
It's the
an
first
ability.
time they show footage, by the way. Like, on public, in
上面
public.
是有那个火。
I really wish they'd show the fucking tank
都是
POV,
大家
man.
都要打他，所以
Dude, no one gives a shit about Bard POV. Bard POV in every single fucking game is the same.
对，上面这个45。
He's using that target, right? Yeah. But the way
Like, it's
he's
literally the
moving,
same
he's
in
like
every single
playing
game.
it in action. I guess they are used to it, so it's like a muscle memory thingy probably. Like for me, I don't need to change my camera to keep looking at a mob like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not really
right?
a fan of the...
Unless
Yeah, this game has
you know,
tanks. Yes.
Like PvP,
It's a Trinity
for example,
system.
also you want to just use tap target. You don't want to use action in PvP.
因为这个
But I heard that action is better for
因为
PvE.
从上面一直掉下来这个火石还是这个叫什么
陨石
陨石
吗
所以要关
I don't know
这个
how many tanks
Okay,
there's
he's
going
talking
to
about
be.
like some of the mechanics.
So
that you
far,
see all
there's
those
just
things that
one,
drop down from
right?
the sky. That's just a dungeon mechanic. You need to pick
Dude, I'll
those
tell you
things
what,
to
man.
remove.
I'll tell you what. If there's only going to be one tank in 8 classes, I think there's one full tank, one off tank. I think Gladiator is going to be the off tank, and Templar is going to be the tank. Yeah, so I'm not a fan of the screen shake.
It. Otherwise, you just have to keep dodging it.
You know what's crazy, man, is in Aion 1, Gladiator was actually, it became a better tank or a higher DPS tank. I don't know if I want to use the word better, but basically a Templar's advantages didn't matter. So eventually after you got like gear, you would never use a Templar. Like a Gladiator couldn't tank as well as a Templar, but the thing is you could get around it, and a Gladiator's damage was like basically an extra DPS. It was fucking nuts. Yeah, it was crazy.
对，所以
I'm not a
大家
fan
了
of the
解
screen
这个
shake,
技能
by the
很
way.
少的感
Some of
觉
you
只
mentioned the
是
screen
还是要
shake,
一
and I
直
don't
Yeah,
like
so
it
they
at
are
all.
like emphasizing like you notice that he has to press a fuck ton of buttons, even though he's not pressing a lot of buttons. But even like normal combat, he's.
I don't know who likes screen shake, man. They put all this shit in all these games just by default. And dude, who the fuck is asking for this shit? Like, who is asking for this crap? You know, I feel like they just put it in there because they want to show off the game's potential without even realizing, hey, you know what? This actually is dog shit. You know what I mean?
Pressing a lot of buttons. So don't feel like, don't just because you're up to this point, they never show any gameplay. Don't think that because this is mobile compatible means that, you know, combat is slow or, you know, there's auto combat.
Combat
or
in
you
this
don't have
game
to
is
put in effort.
fast
You have to
as
press a lot of buttons.
fuck.
这边 Q
Yeah.
Q 跟 E 这边会中间会及时弹出。
有人说5090准备好了，
那这个
必须
呢
的
是我们的这个中间的首领，
That snapshot, I have no idea.
比较
红火花伊格努。
对，我名字中，
对，
Looks like there is.
名字是超长，红火花伊格努。
而且
Let's access.
Yeah, here we go. Nah, they just dodged
Too
wrong.
close to tell.
Nah, they dodged wrong, dude. All they had to do was dodge back, but they dodged to the side.
That snapshot.
Nah, you can tell that's a 14
Seems like yes,
player.
right?
That's
Now,
a 14
for
player
me,
because they're
I
bad at the
feel that
game.
if the animation hasn't
I feel.
come out, and if you get hit, that means it's snapshot. Like right here, right? Let's just say right here, right? Even though this looks badly, but if this thing hasn't hit the ground, it shouldn't hit me. So in a way, yes, this is
Yeah,
snapshot,
there's snapshots.
right.
对，
Nah, Arthur's is right.
名字是超长，
Yeah.
红火花伊格努。
Because if you want to be if you want to get
头已经在
technical,
前面我们在后面打，所以
he
Okay,
that,
this is the one part that I kind of.
if you want to get technical, this character model was out of the AoE before like the AoE actually went off, right? So this game is a snapshot game. It's not a like basically once that AoE disappears, you are counted in the AoE. So the damage registry is not on the fire explosion, it's on the disappearance of the AoE.
The one part that I kind of. The fact that I have to do positional even as a range.
Yeah. That's
Because
nuts.
this part he's talking about how you notice he's always trying to go to.
You know what's crazy about this is that Arthur's never played Terra. So this, I'm actually used to this. When I play Korean games, I'm actually used to this. Having to always attack from the behind. It is a completely different mindset. When you don't have to do that, right? That means that you're basically just spamming your buttons. So let's say that let's say you go like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? So you skip some, right? Well, if you skip some, then that's just a straight damage loss. However, in Terra, you do not spam your buttons like that because positioning is so important. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you hit from the front of the boss and it's a crit. Okay, you're going to crit for like 200K. But if you would have landed that from the back, you would have hit for 1.5 or even 2 million damage. So in that single GCD, you've already done almost 10 times the amount of damage. So in Terra, crits were ridiculous. Like the damage difference between a crit and a non-crit was like, I'm not even kidding, like 10 times. So what I'm trying to say is that in Terra, it was not about spamming your GCD. It was about precision. It was about precise movement, because your movement as a DPS was equally as important as your rotation. Like if you had to, you would drop your GCD and move behind the boss just to attack. It was that important. The difference between a good player in Terra and a bad player in Terra was astronomical. Imagine that this game will be like that. No, I agree. I think it is good design. I agree. Because you're not just standing there spamming shit. You actually have to position yourself.
To the back of the boss that is actually backbeat.
Like I'm mained.
So like if you normally
like I'm
use
main
white
gladiator.
damage, it's white damage critical,
And Aion
obviously
one.
classic clinical damage, right? Right, but if you stay at the back, that's back critical.
那现在是
Oh
Now,
my
I
dude!
assume
Look at this.
Right, but if you stay at the back, that's back critical.
Look, 880 damage. This was not a back hit. 880 damage, and then look at the back hit. Look, 3,000, 2,000. That's minimum double. That's minimum double damage, man. And this is on a low hit skill, because the harder the hit, it's exponential, right, or whatever. So the harder the hit, the more it's gonna be. Like this shit's not static because it's percent based.
Now I assume black critical is 100%.
因为显示的紫色这个条就是晕眩的，所以在晕眩的时候呢，就是
Yeah, so there's positionals you want to hit. Now positionals for melee is easy because we are near to the boss, we do small movement.
Yeah.
But positional as a range,
It's gotta
it's
get close.
kind of difficult to hit, you
疯
know?
狂输出就对了。
Yeah, you see, like the further the monster is, the harder it is to get positionals
Yeah.
as a range.
Oh.
Okay, he's definitely
Honestly, though, you should never be this far out. As a range player, you never want to be this far out. You always want to be at medium range max. Because if something is in, you need to be able to get in. And if you have to get behind the boss, it's easier to position the closer you are to the boss.
Oh.
Okay, he's definitely getting hit here.
Yeah.
那我们角色是不是应该自
Bro, this guy is fucking griefing, man.
Yeah, dude, this guy's bad, bro. This guy's fucking bad.
远景的话，完全是看不太清
他现在
楚。
可能有点退步不加油啦。
对啊，对，我们等一下调整一下。
Dude, the game looks amazing. That telegraphs clear, mechanic basic, but gets the point across. I think it's very easy for people to understand.
I mean, honestly, like this boss, it's just like, you know, it's just a normal boss in a normal dungeon. Nothing too crazy, but the amount of movement I feel is very good. Bosses like this, it's okay that they don't have any like intricate fucking mechanics or whatever. And the reason why is because you have to really watch the boss and see what moves are going to do. Because that in itself, because like, okay, all right. So especially if a boss, which I assume this boss is like this, it's more of like a third person action adventure boss where the boss has a pool of moves that it pulls from. So every time you fight this guy, there's going to be like 4 different things that he can do, but you're never guaranteed one of them, right? So sometimes he might do like 2-4-3 or 1-3-2 or 2-1-3. You know what I mean? But because it's random, because you have to react fast, because you have to watch, I feel like that adds a lot of, like, you have to pay attention, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So it doesn't matter like how many times you clear, you always have to watch the boss. And I
This
like
is just
that.
normal dungeon, right? If you think about
I
it,
like
like
that.
Lost Ark is also like that. Very easy to understand things, you know? Very easy. Now, hopefully the UI is draggable. Hopefully. I hate having to see bosses HP up here. I don't want to track down here, track up here, track down here, track up here. So hopefully it's customizable. Hopefully I can drag this thing down. Hopefully.
听到这个瑞的这个按这个按键的声音，这是其实也是真的很
对啊
吃你的手指的这个。
Yeah, like he's like they are explaining, like you can see, like even though this is like just a normal dungeon boss, but if you look at the normal gameplay, you look at the amount of button he has to press, the movement he has to do, the game is not slow pace or easy at all. You have to you have to do a lot of manual inputs, you know. They want to emphasize that because a lot of people think that this is a mobile game. This is not a mobile game. The mobile compatibility is only for QOL conveniency. The core gameplay you have to play on PC, mouse and keyboard.
这样它出现的时候，
Oh, he's getting hit. Oh,
哦，我闪避了，
刚刚是闪电。
因为我
You
们
got your
是
stagger. You got your stagger bar, obviously, which then means that you need to set ability to burn stagger bar based on bosses, based on fights. So like again, even though there's only 8 buttons and 2 extra 10 buttons, even though there's only 10 buttons and 2 mouse clicks, even though there's 10 buttons and 2 mouse clicks, but you have to use a lot of different skills to
上进做上进
depend on situation, depend on bosses.
dude,
Depends
they're
on
gonna
encounter.
kill the boss before his fucking stagger goes.
我们上一次直播有介绍过的。
对
对对对，我们采用招式闪避机制。
我们的角色还可以再靠近吗？就是它画面还可以再近吗？还是就是这样？
都可以啊，因为我是远距离的，
I mean, look fun,
所以
dude.
我故意在
Yeah,
原
look
地
fun.。
啊，好，那我们
还有这个地方，这种地方大家都记得吗？
这个要小心背，对。
A factor consumable in the game?
是翘翘哦。
Probably.
下面
They actually make like 1-to-1 to eat the base game also. Like that flying part was mandatory
对，这
also.
里也是可以刻印一个传点。那如果像刚刚进入的
Sorry, guys. I've been holding a pee.
队友，就可以透过这
Oh
个
my
传点
god,
直接飞来
dude.
这个位置。
This is the going to crew meet.
Dude, Cremide looks
It's the same
so
world, right? It's just
fucking
like what,
badass,
200 years
man.
ago
克
later
雷德之
or
前
something?
的一个区域。那刚刚我们不是有打那个中间的
Okay,
首
I
领吗？
hopefully you can remove the screen shake. The screen shake is
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, it's really
那
bad.
个
Yeah, I don't like the screen shake. I never like screen shakes. Hopefully
I don't-
you remove it.
I don't
Should
like
be able
screen
to,
shakes, and I
because
don't like
people
a lot of
complain.
these
所以刚
effects,
刚有
man.
打的话，我们讲过比较好。
对
中
对
途
那大家还是不要错过哎。
对，
所以中间那个
强行进入
强行进入，有运气好的话，大家都还没打，可是
I really wish they'd
运
show
气
the
不好
fucking
还算是
tank
不好
POV,
嘛
man.
如果是你看到的时候，只剩下最后一个 BOSS，
It's like, of
Yeah.
course, they show the most boring POV imaginable.
Yeah, true. Like even though like if you do like random force in entry, feeling, you might be put in last boss. But is it really a bad thing? Because you can just
Where are the
kill last
wall-to-wall
boss.
pulls? If this is anything like the original Aion, you don't do that in these games. The damage that a mob does is very, very high. I'll put it in perspective. 2 mobs is a normal pull. 3 mobs is a bit much. 4 mobs, there's a chance you're going to die. 5 mobs, you're dead. There ain't no way. Ain't no shot. Now, of course, there's always ways around it. Like you can CC a mob, you can kite a mob, you can do stuff. So I don't want you to believe that, oh, if you pull 5 mobs in any dungeon, you're dead. No, it's not necessarily the case.
还是有兼顾平衡性的。
But then you miss loot for the beginning bosses,
有
right?
人说这个视角还是太远了，都是这个技能，就是这个技能，就是这个。
Like, I mean,
What?
look
I
how
thought it's
long
okay.
these normal
Like she's
mobs are
saying that,
taking to kill.
is it possible for him
you
to
know?
go closer just to see the ability? But I thought this is fine. If he go close, then he's gonna be flashbang. I think this is okay.
想要看更
Yeah, to see the effects, right? To see like the
操作
Yes, trash
the
can easily
battle
kill you.
effects.
Yes,
I thought it was
yes,
okay.
trash is very,
队友
very
队友
deadly.
对，我要介绍一下吗？
At least in the first
因
one
为
it
刚刚有
was.
玩家说想要看
So we'll
其
see
他
if it's like
的
that in
其
this
他
one,
的
right?
职
But
业，好，我们
at
在
least in the
上面
first
一
one.
起打副本
Okay,
的
they
小
want to
伙伴
see other
来介
jobs
绍一下
also,
吧
other classes. So this guy is a
首先这位
Templar.
我们的
Okay, yeah, show the
帅气的
Templar.
守护
守
星。
护
Oh,
星
shit.
等一下，我做的
God
做下来的
damn.
姿势为什么是这样子？好，
Okay, okay,
这个
okay.
坐下姿势有点
好，很棒。
It's fine.
然后我看一下，这是谁？这是我们的
魔导星
舞蹈星。
哦，
Is it sorcerer?
One of the most scary sounds in Ion 1 was da-da. If you heard da-da, You better get your shit together.
Oh, this Spirit Master.
大家都是跳一段舞哎。
对，
They are introducing their members
还有我们矮矮的，
治愈
and their classes.
Yeah.
刚刚不是有玩家说
It's rough.
体型就是要调最小嘛？这就是最小，给大家看。
这是最小的。
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. So this is the smallest. So this is the smallest you can make a character.
Brother, dude, her fucking titties are like bigger than her. Is this like a uniboob, dude? This doesn't even look. This isn't even proportional. Like, what the fuck am I looking at here, dude?
Yeah, like I said, dude, just put height. Just put centimeters. Don't put 1 to 100. People wouldn't
治
know.
愈新的角色。
So this is the smallest character you can make.
为什么大家有
还在
的
跳
哦，对对，
Oh, okay. Because in the original Aion, you could make like super tiny characters that were like 1 foot tall.
哦，
这个翅膀也是打任务的哦。
打任务可以获
OK，OK，
得翅膀哦，所以有
This wings is not free pay to win. This is also a wings that you
游
obtain
戏
in
内是
game.
可以获得翅膀的哦，大家。
好，
Free to obtain. Free to obtain.
我们
还在跳
对，请去，
我们要准备这个进入我们这个最终 BOSS 的领域了。
对，
Oh, boss is like a
你们
separate
很
room.
熟悉的嘛，有一些玩过原作的。
I like bosses. I like bosses in common area. I like bosses in common areas because it's so easy that you can fuck it up and aggro stuff, you know?
I knew he was going to say that, man. I knew he was going to say that, dude. I hate bosses in common area for the exact reason why he loves them.
I mean, someone tap target something, you are got lazy.
Oh, dude, dude, you fight a boss, you're fighting the boss, and then all of a sudden, you know, you hear da-da, and you realize that you hit tab and you hit this fucking mob that's like all the way across the dungeon that you didn't even see because tab target sucks in every fucking game, you know? Then you gotta kill the ad. Or worst case scenario, you tab target the mob and you hear da-da, and then as the mob is coming to you, it of course then aggroes more mobs, so you hear da-da, 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 and then that is how you know that you are dead. You are dead. There is no hope. There is no hope of survival. You are absolutely beyond cooked, and you are going to do what this guy suggested. You are going to kick that piece of shit that doesn't know how to tab target, and you're going to get someone in the group that does. Okay?
You
That's what's
aggro
going to
extra
happen.
mob. You know what I mean? I don't like bosses. Personally, I don't like bosses having their own arena. I prefer bosses in common area.
That's a
为
toxic
什么
mentality,
有些
by
玩家
the
想要
way.
近一点，有些玩家想要远一
对啊
点，每个人想要都不
对，
一样。
不一样，
很难符合大家
上市之后你们自己玩，或者是你们申请 FGT，什么 FGT
精英封测，
精英封测，你们自己
你们自己
申请就好了
申请自己调，怎么调都好。
对，而且其实视角可以按照自己
The
Dude, Chromite looks so fucking cool. Jesus Christ.
The developer is like, you motherfuckers complain so much about this, complain about that. Why don't you guys just wait until the beta apply and play the game your fucking self? Shut the fuck up.
先过去。
好，我们再
我这个玩过好几次，我现在闭着眼睛也可以。
I'm not gonna lie, man.
对
These
啊，
Wait, is that Chromie?
眼睛也可以。
these representatives are kind of
现
based.
在看不到我的眼睛嘛？
平常就看不太到。
Oh, the charge skills.
他要
I love the fact that there's tap target. You want to know why I love tap target? Because tap target allow developers to make bosses like that. Because if the game is like Blade and Soul, for example, then they cannot make too crazy things. Because what is gonna happen is that you are gonna be like playing an FPS game. You're gonna be like tracking the boss always. You know, I don't think MMORPG players are looking for that as like a core gameplay. You know what I mean? So if you got tap target,
I think Terra did it pretty well. But Terra was limited by boss design because they did it that way. However, the combat was so fun that it kind of didn't matter, really.
you can make more crazy bosses. That's why tap targeting in that's why MMORPG are about tap targeting. Tap targeting is most important in MMO, right? So that you focus on your rotation, you focus on doing mechanics, you let the tap target and the auto targeting takes care of your rotation. You know, you don't need to worry about projectile travel, you don't need to worry.
Terra had huge boss design issues later on its life. They had to resort to speed mechanics up to compensate in difficulty. Oh, wow. Do you lose target if it goes out of the arena of the cone area? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it happened earlier and I didn't notice it.
About you are casting a spell, does the meteor land before the boss flies away? No, right? Tap target, you cast a spell, the cast casts off, your projectile auto goes to the target. Like, it's very important. You know, so I'm glad that this game got tap target because Blade and Soul is a little bit tiring sometimes. Like, you have to track, you know? Especially PvP.
I played Blade and Soul for a little bit, man, but I just really couldn't get into it too much.
So PvP having tap target is also very important. Yeah, because action mode PvP is not fun. It's not that fun, you know.
I always thought Terra was way better than Blade and Soul, but I don't know. Maybe I didn't give Blade and Soul like a fair enough chance. I thought I did, but.
好，各位，这个是在攻略我们的克罗梅的，应该很
Oh
多
my
人。
god, why does Chromie look so evil now? I mean, she is evil.
视角问题，其实你
She's the
自己在
vile
玩的时候
judge,
都不
bro.
自己的喜好调近或调远。
一般都是在那个他的后面打才对啊。
对啊。
就
Oh
那
yeah,
样子
this
伤害力
part's
比较
so
高。
所以我
fucking
们现在
cool,
进行这个
man.
第一阶段的这
This
个，
part's so cool.
这个是这个火抗版
我，感觉他逃不过。
对，要小心哦。这个真的，哇，这个
I
真
mean,
的很痛
it's
哎。
cool, but all you have to do, like, I don't know why this person's not doing it, but if you look, all you have to do is run to the left and then run to the right. That's all you have to do.
第一阶段的这
So
个
like, all he has to do is continuously run this way, and then just back up and go the other way. But it's a cool mechanic,
这个
right?
是这个火
So you
抗
just
版。
literally run to the left, you
对
dash here, then you
要小
just
心
go
哦
back, and you backtrack,
哇，
and
这
then
个真的
that's
会
it.
很痛哎。
啊，等一下，哦，金鱼星
Man, this guy in Korean, these guys suck.
不是我没有。
Now the next one you're not necessarily able to do that.
Okay. See, I think this answer, now that we finally watch gameplay, I think this answer a lot of questions.
He barely took damage though. So they are severely overgeared for this content. They have like full maxed out stats. The gear that they have for this content, you shouldn't be using in this content.
There's no way you play this shit on mobile. And by the way, this is only a dungeon boss. There is no way you play. There's no way.
Yeah, no way, man.
There's no way you do all this on mobile. And be
Holy
efficient.
shit.
This is a PC game.
我感觉好像也没那么轻松。
Yeah, yeah, of course. Range is very relaxing.
坚持轻松。
Yeah, range is
I
very
thought they were gonna
relaxing.
show a different fucking POV, man.
对，
对，从后面攻击的话，相对来说这个伤害就比较高。
Yeah, you have to do
果然
back.
闭着眼睛过已经被。
You have to do back shots. You do a lot more damage on the
人
back.
家说好的闭着眼睛过呢
说好的闭，眼都能玩了。
哦，
Yeah, this fight was in Aion 1. Do you guys want to see it? You see this little tiny entity back here?
Yippee-ki-yay.
So stupid. You see this little tiny... This is Chromide. Right here. This is Chromide. This right here is this.
啊，等一下，等一下，
Yeah.
等一下，在地上一起来是哪招？
Dude, just walk, man. Dude, this guy sucks.
This guy's so fucking bad. Look, he fucking died, bro.
治愈性，治愈性。
He
I think
fucking...
Yoshi P is better than him.
Holy shit, that's true. Dude, Yoshi P's way better than this guy. This guy sucks. He gargles balls. He died so bad he turned into a cocoon.
治愈星，治
刚
愈
刚是谁说？
哦，治愈星的技能在这边可以复活队友
治愈星可以复活队友。
对
但我还是想要讲，刚刚是谁说轻轻松松一下秒掉？
我不小心睁开眼睛的。啊，如果一直闭着眼睛。
He's
就会复活
new.
睁开
You
就
know,
复
he-
Yo,
活
for a
Dude.
normal dungeon, this looks amazing.
Yeah.
Lots of VFX. Some people might not like it, but
因为比较细致嘛。其实我们今天这个直播出去的画面呢，还是跟我们
yeah, looks good, man. Looks good, man. First time watching the game, right?
也跟各位收看直播的这个设备有关系。 你的荧幕呢如果没有到达这个4K 的话，
Some people watching the stream is like, why is it so pixelated? Why is it only 60 FPS? Because, bro, when you watch a stream, you can only have this much bit rate and you can only have 60 FPS. What do you expect? Of course, it's gonna look different in game when you play with your PC.
Dude, people are so stupid.
I mean,
Dude,
I don't blame them, right? Some of these people.
What is people's obsession with FPS, man? What is the obsession? Dude, I'm gonna be real, man. I can't even tell a difference over 60. Someone's like, oh God, you only have 60? Like, yeah. Like, why not 80? Why not 120? Okay. And I change it. Yeah, I can't tell. I literally can't tell. I'm serious. I play all my games in highest FPS I can. I'm just letting you know that when it drops to 60, I can't actually tell a difference. Oh, yeah. So this is Cremide. Right here is Cremide. So the boss that we're fighting, this is her.
Don't fucking watch streams, you know?
你只觉得我们的画面好像不是那么的完美。
而且如果是想看更
Yeah, if you really want to see how it looks
That's
like.
kind of crazy. This is like the difference between like Final Fantasy VII OG and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You have to watch it in game yourself. You can't base it on the stream.
我们可能会
But for a stream 60 FPS 1080p, this is amazing already.
之后可以就是锁定我们的官方频道，那我们也会把这个实际游玩的今天这个实际游玩的画面呢，我们会
I think that one has to iframe dodge. There's no way you dodge that properly.
I don't think there is an iframe dodge.
韩国已经打
Or
完
at
了
least
吗
he's not
韩国
using
打完
it if there is one
韩国
anyway.
是
韩国为什么这么快？
Bro, amazing.
打完了，打完了。
Yeah, that was
Actually
sick.
looks good.
然后现在
That was
看得
fucking
到
sick,
我
man.
们的这个奖励
对
也有
Where's reward?
奥德
哦，也有
What's that,
一些
cube?
奥德
It's a
What, I
cube.
don't I clear all this.
这个应该是大家很熟悉的采集的一个。
Oh, gathering? What? Aether?
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
啊，
Are you
Hi,
fucking...
who's it?
Oh, no. There's a fail bar still.
这一次没有显示到那个骰子，因为 Aion
What's that? I'm not going to tell you because I want you to be excited about the game. So I'm not going to tell you.
骰
As a matter of fact, pretend I didn't even say anything.
骰子，
骰子，
就是分配道具的时候，我们可以
Oh, they didn't showcase the loot rolling.
应该是没有掉到。
Yeah, where is the
Okay. All right. Here, I'll tell you what it is. Okay.
They didn't showcase the
You see how there's a bar here and a bar up here? This bottom bar is the fail bar. So if this bar fills up, you fail and you don't gather.
loot rolling.
应该是没有掉到。
Yeah,
Oh.
where is the loot?
骰
Ooh, just shy. See that shit? Now you see? No. This is the debate. This is the debate.
It's the loot
Watch.
rolling.
Watch. It's gonna
应该是
crit.
没有掉
Boom.
到。
Yeah,
Look right here. Now you're thinking to yourself, oh yeah, this is cool.
where is the loot?
Nah. You still failed.
骰子的那种道具。
Bro, is this like hard to gather or
有
something?
用骰子
Yeah.
来分配道具的这个功能。
然后这个
I'm just letting you guys know right now.
你做的应该知道，一直在
This is gonna be intense.
天空上
This Aether, yeah.
起飞可以采集。
You can only gather this Aether in the air in Ion
这
1.
么多，然后现在还有这个奖励哦，我们刚刚打了一个 boss 嘛，
对
两个 boss 嘛，
对
一个是
He missed one boss, right?
哦，他名字很长，然后另外一个是刚刚打的，
克
Were there
罗美
only?
的欲
I
望
guess there were only 2
我
bosses
们
in
打
the
了这
dungeon.
两只，所以我们
There's another
可以
square
拿到
there,
这
so
两只
maybe
的
there's a secret one or
獎勵
Okay,
something.
because he joined midway, so he can only get
如果是
reward
打了这两只就可以拿到
for these 2
3只
bosses.
对，刚刚说的很重要的部分。
对，
Okay. Okay, yeah, so he joined midway, so he missed the first one.
对
那，
都打的话呢，奖励会比较好。
Yeah. He missed the first boss. Okay.
这是裤子吗？
Some pants.
Shitty
Okay.
pants.
那我看看一下。
Item level decrease.
就是这边有显示说可刻印，
对，
如果还没刻印的话，就可以放。
Oh my god, the man, dude, that's mana stones.
刻印了，
That's
如果
mana
自己要穿
stone.
的话呢，就势必得刻
对
印了。，
刻印了就不能。
How many people in here don't know what mana stones are? I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, you see this weapon, right? You see how it has 3 materia? You know how when you put in a materia, it just goes in automatically? Well, a mana stone, not like that. You attempt to put in the mana stone. So imagine in Final Fantasy, if you went to meld materia into your gear and there was a chance that it would fail. If it failed, it would break the mana stone. Now, let's say you get the first one in. Okay, that's cool. Now you try for the second one. All the same rules apply, except for there's one twist. If you break this one, the previous one you just put in, it breaks too. Yeah. So, to meld this properly, you would have to one-shot it 3 times in a row. What are the chances? It depends. I think the base chance is around like 60%. Are these mana stones easy to obtain? Not really. Okay, so now take everything that I just said. Now, you see how there's 3 materia slots on this gear? How about 3 more? So now you have 6 materia slots. And if you get 5 of them in and you fuck up that last one, you know, you can fuck off. Get out of here. They all fucking break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All done. And you got to start all over. Those are mana stones. Yup.
Now that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the gacha. When you get your
Okay.
pants and you soul bind, you get a chance of getting the stats. Now, they talk about this before already. So this is the gacha here. This is the play loop here.
It's going to be bad. What I think Arthur's is about to say, unfortunately, from what I can see, it takes the worst things about Aion and the worst things about Terra and puts them together. So for those of you that played Aion, for those of you that thought Aion was bad, and for those of you that played Terra that thought Terra was bad, well, now you have this system, which is worse than both of them because it's both of them combined. So you have right here are the enchantment stones, what I was talking about earlier. They're the materia slots. And on top of the materia slots, you have these numbers here, which I believe are the stats. Now, the RNG part is that you could get these pants. So let's say that you're a tank, okay? And you RNG these pants. So you get back damage, piety, intelligence. So 1, you're not going to be attacking from the back, right? So this stat is useless. 2, you don't have any piety. And 3, you don't even use that stat. So what I think is that you're going to have to re-roll this. Somehow there's an item some here. Maybe he doesn't have it, but in some way you're going to have to re-roll this to make the stats that you want. So not only do you have this level of RNG with the stats, and I guess this is I don't know what this percentage is, but you not only have this RNG with the stats, but you also have this RNG here. And I'm going to imagine on top of all of that, what I just said, on top of all that, okay? Bear with me because we're not done. On top of all that, you can also take this piece of gear and you can enchant the gear itself, which also has a chance to fail. So if it's like Aion, you +1 it, okay? Now, if you try to +2 it, but it fails, it goes back down to 0. This right here is going to be the pay to win. This is going to be the pay to win. Now, you're probably asking, okay, well, what could they put in the game to make it pay to win? They can put in the game mana stones that go in automatically. So if you find a mana stone as a drop, it has like a 60% chance. Or you can just buy a mana stone off of the auction house that's 100% chance. These are just things that they've done in the past, okay? Another way that they can have it to where it's pay to win is if when you re-roll your gear, right, you can pick the stats. That's another way. Another way they can make it pay to win is when you enchant your gear, so you make it +1, +2, +3, +4, et cetera, et cetera. Each time the enchantment stone that you use to enchant the gear is also 100%. So just looking at this piece of gear right here, there's 3 different ways that in this single piece of gear that they could make it pay to win. Now, are they going to do that? Who am I kidding? After a year, they're absolutely going to do that.
You could get a good weapon. You could, like, for example, you could get a Bakama Spear. Now, obviously, this stats is obviously based on, if you're a DPS, this will give you DPS stats. If you're a tank, this will give you tank stats, obviously. But this is the gacha here. So let's just say you farm a dungeon and you got a Bakama Spear. But you soul bind your Bakama Spear and you don't get the best stats. What's going to happen is that you need to farm another Bakama Spear.
Yep.
Now, I hope and I assume that the game will obviously either sell or let you farm re-rolling items. So that rather than farm...
They should let you farm re-rolling items. And the reason why that they're going to let you do it is because it's another option that they can put in the cash shop.
A new one, maybe you farm items to re-roll. You know what I mean? Hopefully, I don't know. But they
We don't know
mention
yet.
that.
We don't know yet, but I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If they keep the systems the same as they did in Aion, the game is going to fail. It will die 100%. Easy. And the reason why it will die 100% is because you can only fail so much in a game before you just quit. That's just how it is, man. Now, if they want to have all of this in the game, I actually think that having this in the game would be okay. I do. However, you need a ridiculously high chance for every single one of these. Like, I'm talking 80%. You would rather take better drop rate than have RNG stats than not having the weapon. Yes, me too. I think that it is more important to be able to get the weapon and then fuck with the RNG versus not even have the weapon. Okay, this is concerning to me. Now it's not concerning to me because I'm necessarily like afraid of the RNG, because I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I play this game, I'm going to whale 100%. I'm going to whale, I'm going to RMT, I'm going to do all of that, okay? I'm a dirty fucking cheater, okay? And so if you run into me in PvP and I just absolutely obliterate you in like 2 hits, yeah, just know that you lost to a cheater and, you know, I'm better than you. And, you know, if you want to talk shit, come in game and I'll kill you again super easy because you're RNG shit and you're fucking broke. You know, what are you going to do about it? You're just going to die again. Yeah. So I'm going to talk all my shit. And that's just a fact. But But the reason why I'm concerned about this is because this will kill the game. For anybody that took me serious, I like to joke around about that kind of stuff, okay? I am very concerned about this because, like I said, this will kill the game, because I'm going to tell you right now, man, if people are expected to deal with this amount of RNG, the game is going to die. Basically, all I'm saying, man, is that in my opinion, this doesn't automatically mean that the game is dead. This doesn't mean that the game is going to be bad. This doesn't mean that there's going to be a pay-to-win cash shop. But at the same time, it is a high level of concern. As you guys know, Korean games are known for this type of predatory shit. But at the same time, let's let them cook. So far, they're doing a good job. I'm not going to assume the worst. I'm going to be cautious of the worst, but I'm not going to assume the worst yet. Would it help if there was a pity system for gear? Yes, it would help. Oh, guys, here's another thing. What they will do is sometimes when they bring a game over to the West, they will actually put in different systems because they know the game will fail. They are fully aware that what works in Korea and, you know, over there doesn't work over here in the West. And if they want their game to succeed, they know they need to change some stuff. Well, what will they change? We don't know. Will they need to change anything? We don't know. Still too early to tell. But it's just one of those things where, you know, just keep your eye on it. But I'm going to tell you this right now, from my first look at the gearing system here, it looks to me like they took the worst things about Aion and the worst things about Terra and sandwiched them together. And they handed you this, like, you ever seen like people on Halloween where they shit in a bag and they light it on fire and they knock on your door and they run away, right? Okay. Well, it's going to be one of those bags, but it's going to be like a dipped in vomit first. And that's what they handed you.
This Gamba system here, now you are going to get these stats. It's just how much more. You're not going to get a spell speed. You're not going to get a tenacity or something. It's fixed stats, but it's how much. You know, so I don't know
16
whether
months.
we can
Thank you very much
reroll,
for the resub.
or do we need to farm a new weapon? Do we need to farm another Bakama spear? You know what I mean?
交易。
对啊，
对就是
交易
交易
所的这个 menu 已经不
For those of you that don't know, the Bakarma spear that Arthur's is talking about is one of the most legendary weapons in any video game. It was an insanely powerful weapon that was not balanced. When you enchant it and fuse it and everything like that, it becomes a weapon that is insanely fucking powerful. Yeah, so it's a melee weapon that extends. So when you attack, you can attack like half as far away. And in addition to that, the stats on it were very, very powerful. So it was a must-have. If you played Gladiator, you had to have it. To get this spear, you had to kill this boss, and the boss's name was Commander Bakarma. I killed this boss over 200 times in my entirety of Aion. I've killed him over 200 times. I have never seen the Commander Bakarma spear. Every time that I've got the Commander Bakarma spear, I had to buy it off of somebody. I've never actually seen it drop. Never. So that's how rare it is. That's how fucking rare it is.
见了，
对，
Once you soul bind, you cannot
是
trade.
这样子咯。然后，那离开一下。
Dude, you didn't open the
大家
second
都看到
one.
了吗？
大家觉得怎么样呢？我们
You didn't open the second one.
The cooldown on the dungeon was once every 6 hours.
店，我们这个打副本的爽快感，不知道大家有没有体验到？
You open the boss one.
那你们只要呢
Dude, this
报名
director is so
我们
lost.
待会直播，哎，对我又要在很久没有提醒大家了，我们
是
直播会公开的。
He didn't open the second loot.
最后
He didn't open the boss loot.
大家锁定我们直播，不要离开哦。
等一下，有人刚刚
啊对
白龙王，对啊，白龙王有一些人知道吗？白龙王是制作的装备哦，我刚刚
I
穿的
think
是
you are
制
also
作的
pretty
装备。
unique, Trevor. No,
They
you.
don't want to
所
show
以
you
我们的
loot
观众里面
system.
有很多我们的
You get spell
一代
speed
的
on
玩
melee
家
gear in
对
14
游戏
without
我们
orange.
有一定的
Yeah.
了解啦。
Yo, that's true.
好啦
That's
那
true,
不
I
知道大家觉得
guess.
怎么样
You can
欢
get
迎大
spell
家
speed
呢
on
在
melee
聊
gear
天
in
室留言
14.
给我们知道。
Breaking barriers.
那今天实际游玩的就到这边嘛，就到这边了。
Holy
好不好
shit, man. Look how
Not bad,
lucky
not bad.
that
Very
feather is.
impressive. Game looks good. Game runs good. Now, guys, look, we haven't played the game. We don't know how good the game is. No shit. This is a brand new game. Versus, say, WoW with 20 years. Versus, say, 14 with 12 years. Of course, we don't know. We cannot compare gameplay. We cannot compare stuff like that. But most important is to look at the first look. Is this game going to be enjoyable to play? Are you going to buy the
I mean,
game?
the
Are you
first
gonna
look was
install the
very
game?
enjoyable.
Are you going to go in and walk around? I do think that based on
Very
what I
enjoyable.
see, and obviously me, you know, I like Aion a lot. And, you know, we have been talking about Aion 2 for like 10 years. It's actually happening. And then it looks this good. I think worth the try, man. Definitely playing. Like, even without them showing this, 100% playing. But now the fact that they show it, that looks so good, man. That looks smooth.
Nah, we're
so they
going
were
hard,
playing
man.
the
We're
Korean
going
version
fucking hard.
because they don't have the Taiwan version yet. There is a new information that just came
I'm gonna
in,
be real.
breaking news. Because this
If this comes out at the same time as like Final Fantasy stuff, depending on the Final Fantasy stuff, I'm just going to skip it. I mean, if there's an ultimate that comes out, I'm not skipping the ultimate. If there's a Savage tier, I'm not skipping the Savage tier. But anything else, I think I'll skip. We'll see though. Like if it's just like a fucking, like if it's just like a 0.3 patch or a Criterion patch or something, I'm skipping 100%.
stream and the Korean stream is concurrent. So he just had the information from the Korean team that the Korean team just said that the in-game trading, the market bot, you can only transact with in-game currency. So initially, I think people were wondering whether you can like use paid currency to buy market bot. Now he just got news that the Korean just announced that the market bot is only in-game currency. So you cannot use crystal to buy market bot stuff. Yeah, so now he's explaining like, you know, usually in this type of games, like this type of free-to-play transactional games, usually you can buy in-game items with two currency, right? In-game currency and paid currency, right? But Aion 2 is you can only buy in-game items with in-game currency. Now, obviously, that doesn't say anything because in games like this, even if the market bot is only in-game currency, that doesn't mean anything because you just have to go through one more step, right? You use money, you buy crystal, you use crystal, you convert
I was
into
going to say the same thing he was about to say.
gold, and then you use gold to the market bot.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So he's saying something like, usually our company, the games that we make, usually we allow both type of currency to be used in the market bot. People think that it's more scummy. And then they are like, yeah, we are a scummy company. I guess we are a scummy company.
反正这 这个消息。
So now they don't want to let you use hate currency for market bot. But like I said, it doesn't change anything. Okay,
Yeah.
so that apparently will be another podcast in the future. This is the media tour, this is the media tour. Wow, you apply for a media tour.
Holy shit. You can just apply for the media tour? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Dude, Square Enix sucks ass, man. Sometimes.
You don't let people and people with agenda to choose who to go to the media tour. You apply. Now, obviously, you select. Where can I sign up for Final Fantasy? Oh, wait, what? Yo, season. Apply. Go and play the game and then write a Google document and compare it to your Final Fantasy XIV experience. And then I will read it. And then me and Xeno will react to it. Write it very seriously. I represent Xeno and Arthas. They are the two Final Fantasy XIV streamer and gamer. Sadly, Xeno cannot fly to Taiwan. Sadly, Arthas cannot fly to Taiwan. And as their agent from chat, I would like to represent them and collect this information to be spread globally. Let me know what you think. Twitch.tv/XenosysVax, YouTube/XenosysVax, 100 over K subscriber. And if you want to throw me in there, you need to be very tactful, right? And combine with Arthas up to a total of 150K YouTube subscribers. Stuff like that, yeah. Fuck it, throw Mr. Happy in there also. And throw Zapla in there also, you know what I mean? Make it seem prestigious so that they invite you. Yeah. Good showcase. Yeah. Super excited. Fuck, it looks so good. Knowing that we are going to be playing this game next year or even year end, if I can somehow grab hold of a Taiwan account, it's gonna be good.
I want a
even
Taiwan
the
account.
Wizard messaged me. Look at what the Wizard says. Wizard is unhinged, man. Bro, did you see I'm gooming right now? Tell Bald Eagle we have to do Aion 2 talk. Weezer want to do an Aion 2 podcast.
That was good. Yeah, that was good. Thank you for translating that. I really wanted to watch that, but I didn't want to watch it without translations because I didn't know what the fuck they were saying. I'm really excited for this game, man. I really want it to succeed. Do you think you are hard coping because I'm excited? It's a Korean game. Okay. No, I don't think I'm coping, and here's why. Because even if it's pay to win, and even if they do all of that shit, I am still going to play it. The pay to win aspects doesn't affect me near as much as it affects other people. Like for me, this game is not the same because for me, this is like, it's not only my job, like, you know, I'm a streamer, but it's also a business expense. So when you see a streamer and they spend like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on a game, that is a business expense for them. They can claim that. So it's not the same as a person that can't claim it. How much are you willing to spend on Aion 2? I mean, it just really depends, man. Yeah, it just really depends. I mean, I've spent $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a game before. I'll tell you what I would do if I wasn't a streamer. If I wasn't a streamer, there's no fucking shot that I would be spending that kind of money on a game. No shot. Absolutely not. And that is why that I am bringing up these concerns about the game, because I am fully aware of the position that I am in when I play these games. Obviously, it's different for me because one, I'm a content creator. Two, it is really good stream content. Like when you stream RNG, it's very entertaining for people. And it's very entertaining because RNG is just entertaining. Gambling is entertaining. Like you watch that to see the person fail. I mean, you watch it because it's exciting. It's like, you know, I don't know, like a horse race or something. You know what I mean? So like, as far as content goes, it's very entertaining. Now, I'm fully aware of this, and I'm fully aware that my situation is unique, and it's not like an average person's situation. So this is why I'm bringing those concerns. So I'm trying to have the most realistic standpoint or viewpoint to this as possible. So I'm trying to see it from both my perspective and the perspective of like a normal player or even a free to play player, right? Because I'm sure that they're going to have some type of like subscription based program to where you get like extra shit like every month. You know what I mean? From a free to play player's perspective, these are very concerning things, because if it is pay to win, those people are going to be absolutely giga-fucked. And if you're going to play as a free-to-play player in a pay-to-win game, don't waste your time. But if they took the steps that I suggested, so you decrease the value of the gold in the game by one, having things bind on pickup that you can't sell on the market board. Two, the enchantment stones, the RNG is not really that bad. You do want some RNG in the game to make it interesting, I feel. You do want some, but you cannot. The thing that's going to kill the game is that if your RNG is so bad that the player just keeps losing and losing and losing and losing, because you can lose a little bit and still have fun. You lose a little bit and then you win and it feels so good, right? But if you just lose, you're going to quit. And I know, because I quit Aion 3 times back in the day. You know, if they take those steps, I don't think there's much to worry about. We'll see. It's too early to tell. Anyway, look, I'm really excited about this, and I think it's going to be really good. But, you know, we'll see.